Utopia, a place, state, or condition that is ideally perfect in respect of politics, laws, customs, and conditions. The utopian concepts, a beautiful society with general pacifistic attitude. Poverty and misery are removed. Very few laws are necessary. Money is not necessary. And people do only work that they enjoy, which benefits the common good.
To start off with, the generations seem to be getting worse. Technology seems to be taking over the life of young and older people. Politics seem to cause hate and rebellion like never before. However, I do believe that we can somehow overcome these exceptions and create a better world than that of which we live in now. Education seems to be a lot of parents' main priority for their children. Back in the early 2000s, when I was in grade school, we had chalkboards and book bags that were too big for us to carry. We used to have to read for 30 minutes, write current events about important news that was happening around us, and even go out and have recess. Now, in present time, schools don't require children to bring so many things. A lot of schools have iPads or tablets to help them with teaching. I don't really like this idea, though. I feel as if technology is taking over all of our lives. It eliminates communication between people because we are so busy and focused on our cell phones, laptops, etc. I would like to see people interact with each other more 100 years from now. In 100 years from now, I would like to see people come together and agree on certain political issues. I would like to see us all come to an agreement instead of causing riots and acting on rebellion, hate, and rage. Religion has also become a big problem in the world together. In 100 years from now, I hope to have everyone respect each other's religion, stop the hate, and just accept everyone for who they are. Years ago, the economy was great. However, lately it has been in a downward spiral. In 100 years, I hope to have the economy back to how it used to be, if not better. I hope to have more variety of people and ethnicities so that we can learn from one another. There is nothing better than learning about different traditions and beliefs. We could expand our minds on art, literature, and music. In 100 years from now, I hope that music becomes what it once was. Art, literature, and music should all have meaning to it. There is nothing worse than listening to a song that repeats the same words over and over again. In 100 years from now, the world will be different. Things are constantly changing, and it would be an amazing experience to be able to see what the world would be like in the future.
All in all, after researching the different concepts of life between utopia and dystopia, I feel the people of our planet have a lot to improve on. Our countries, people, government, our way of life are still very selfish. We do things that only benefit ourselves. As of right now, I believe we live in a very mixed way of life, right in between utopia and dystopia. Sometimes it feels as if we're in a dystopian ice cream with a fudge outer layer of utopia. There's only enough good in us to distract us from all the bad. In 100 years, I'd like to see more technology integrated to help with disabilities and general health improvements, not just for entertainment purposes. I personally think there's enough technological entertainment to dumb us down, which in turn distracts us from knowing what's going on around the world and within our own cities and government. I'd also like to see less lazy parenting. I can understand that sometimes our children get over the top, but just shoving an iPhone, iPad, or a miscellaneous electronic device will only delay the child, not just verbally, but emotionally and socially. In 100 years, specifically in the United States, I'd like to see multiple parties to choose from during the elections. There are far too many needs, and I don't believe it's fair to only give ourselves two types of political methods. And in general, I hope we're healthy and progressing positively in 100 years.